The Buffalo Bills versus Las Vegas Raiders, I find to be a fascinating matchup. I wanted to see what the Rams were going to do against the Bills and vice versa last week. So, we talked about that. It was a fun game to watch. I had it on the TVs. I did a reaction video and all that stuff. It was a lot of fun. But what I noticed in that Buffalo game is, look, we've seen 2 weeks in a row now with Miami and with the Rams with scoring. They're scoring more on the Buffalo Bills defense than you would normally think they would. There are holes here. I still think they're good in the secondary, especially on the outsides. It's hard for receivers to produce against this team. But over the middle, I could see Buffalo was keying in, trying to stop Tyler Higbee. Darrell Henderson ran over this team. And so if I see that, it's kind of a similar formula. Now, I don't think the Raiders are as talented as the Rams are receiving-wise.
Right.
Maybe if Ruggs comes back, I don't know how bad his injury was that kept him out last week. I don't know if he can come back this week. But they kind of have nothing on the outside at this point except for Hunter Renfrow, who I like. But, I mean, come on. You're not scared of Hunter Renfrow. You're not. But you have Darren Waller, who I think the Bills will try to lock down, similar to what they did against the Rams last week. But then you have Josh Jacobs and Gruden coaching. And if there's an opportunity here, Jacobs could go for 150. I know I know the Bills will be more keyed in on stopping Jacobs, but I see this as strength for strength. Now, meanwhile, Buffalo, what have they been doing? They've been pushing the ball downfield. We talked about Stephon Diggs earlier in this show. John Brown might be hurt, but I like Gabriel Davis, that rookie. He looks pretty good. We'll see if John Brown's back or not. I'm not sure. I think Singletary will be used a little bit more this week. But the Raiders, they have a more talented secondary than you think. Like, I think Buffalo fans are probably looking at this thinking, oh, we're going to pass all day on the Raiders. And I think the Raiders fans probably watching this are thinking, okay, go ahead and pass. We'll see what happens with Abrams and these dirty, cornerbacks and defensive backs that are just playing. Dude, they're so fast, Brad. I don't know if you've seen a lot of Raiders this year. They play so fast in the secondary.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen's got a gun for an arm, and I love what Brian Daboll does. I think these are two very well-coached offenses. I think, although everybody thinks of the Bills' defense being the better and superior defense in this matchup, I don't think they're playing up to their potential, up to what we're used to seeing them play. And I think the Raiders are a little bit better than you think they are defensively. They really frustrated Cam Newton last week.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think the Raiders, we're going to see them in the playoffs. I think they're going to be one of those teams, every year where a team from last year that didn't make it gets in there, kind of like a Tennessee. And I think we're going to see them there. This is an excellent matchup. I like this one because Buffalo, like we called, is balling but even more so than I ever imagined, and maybe you as well.
Yeah, I thought that Josh Allen would improve as a quarterback in terms of efficiency. I think I've been saying this all offseason. It sounds like a broken record. I think he was like 57, 58% completion percentage. I said, get that completion percentage up to 63%. And this team is a 12-4 team. It's just that simple.
Yeah, improve isn't the word, man. The guy's been special.
Crazy
right?
good.
Seen that from crazy good, making incredible decisions and lighting it up.
Throwing dimes. I mean, in a pressure situation, that throw to Beasley on the sideline was insane. Dropped it in there.
Right.
And what I was thinking is what I was expecting coming into the offseason. With the addition of Diggs, I thought, okay, Diggs and Brown will be good compliments for one each other on the outside. I was thinking that this team, to create efficiency for Josh Allen, was going to be using Cole Beasley a little bit more in the slot, and Devin Singletary a little bit more of the backfield. What they've done is they've doubled down on this downfield approach with Stephon Diggs, and Allen is throwing dimes. I don't know what he did this offseason, but I thought there would be progression there, but he has significantly progressed this year. But I really think the Raiders match up well against this passing attack. I think this is a great matchup.
Yeah,
and
me too.
It really, to me, the whole game comes down to, because I think the Raiders, I think Allen will throw a pick or two this week that he might not otherwise throw. I think this game comes down to running. Will the Bills stick with Devin Singletary, maybe use him a little bit more? Because I think over the top will be a little bit more closed down than the Bills are used to seeing so far this season. And I think they will. I love Daboll as an offensive coordinator, and I think he's going to get some head coach interviews at the end of the season. How could he not? He's calling great games. And Gruden, he's going to stick to the run. Can Buffalo withstand it for 4 quarters? Because I think it'll be a close enough game where we're going to get 4 quarters of Josh Jacobs. Is this going to be like a 5-yard per carry Josh Jacobs game? Is it going to be a 4-yard per carry Josh Jacobs game? If the Bills defense can hold Jacobs under 4 yards per carry, but the Bills win. If he's at like 4.5, I say the Raiders win. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I think, last week, one big thing for them that we hadn't mentioned yet is the Bills could have gotten down on themselves. They started to let that game get away from them, and they still managed to pull it out. And I think that's going to be huge psychologically for them.
Yes. Yeah.
You let yourself know that you can go through tough times and win, man. That's a big deal.
And I love, so Allen, when the momentum had shifted, that was a BS pass or interception call. It was like the worst interception call I've seen in years. It was pathetic. Terrible El Riveron. You got Riverons. I mean, and what's going to be frustrating Bills fans is you're going to see another game this season where that exact thing's going to happen, and Riveron will be like, oh, no, of course not. No interception. Because he just flips a coin every time. I think he has a magic 8-ball up there. It's just, it's awful.
Sure. I know. Awful.
He's the worst.
Awful.
We've been talking about this for 2 years. He's just the worst ever officiating head in the NFL, in NFL history. He's awful. But anyway, after that interception, the Rams just start balling out. The momentum had shifted. Allen was pressing. You remember last year when we were kind of snickering in that Tennessee game when he did that, like the lateral, and we were like, what is he doing? He's going a little crazy. Well, he wasn't that level, but he was pressing a little bit. And I love Buffalo. They started working a little bit of easy stuff with Devin Singletary. Let's get you back in the groove, and then boom, Buffalo comes down, scores a touchdown, wins the game. Great character building, like you said. Love it. Let me hit you with the line here, man. So let's see. Bovada has Buffalo -3 at the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm going to go Raiders.
I'm going to go Raiders too. I think Raiders in an upset. And, the inclination here of Bills fans, give us more respect, blah, blah, blah. I have the Bills, in my power rankings as a top 5, top 4 team. How much more respect do you want? I just think that this is a matchup. I think that they're just going to hammer Josh Jacobs time and time again. And when the Raiders are within a score in the fourth quarter, within one score, and I think that's going to be the case, Josh Jacobs starts getting 6 yards a clip because just the defensive line is gassed by that point. So I think the Raiders can take advantage. Carr obviously needs a clean stat sheet, but he's throwing 70%. He's not taking chances downfield, but I think, the Bills, that's not what you're going to do against the Bills anyway. You're going to play ball control, and Carr can do that. I think Rams win in an upset 26-24. But look, Buffalo, you're still my team. I love you. Brad and I like Buffalo quite a bit. We think this is a mismatch. Not a mismatch. We think it's a matchup issue for the Bills, and we could be damn wrong. Who cares? But the Raiders are pretty good. I predicted them in the playoffs, man. Come on. These are two good teams playing. I'm looking forward to it. I have 26-24. I'll take the points here. Vegas covers the spread.